Hello, I'm going to unbox this Commander deck. This is the white Forged in Stone deck with Nahiri the Lithomancer as the Commander Planeswalker. So let's have a go here. This is a, you can see from the side, this is an interesting shaped box. It stands nicely by itself in display, so you can see. So it'll stand nicely on a counter. On the back here we have a little bit of an introduction about what this is about. Take command, rule, multiplayer. Forged in Stone basically says that Nahiri the Lithomancer knows that victory comes from having the right weapons. This Planeswalker commander is a master of arms who summons massive armies to the battlefield and creates powerful equipment and enchantments to prepare for the fight. Here also are the other 5 commander decks released in this cycle, and we have the contents here. 10 double-sided token cards, storage box, deck strategy insert, all that good stuff. Now this particular series features, I think, 15 completely new cards. So let's get opening. Okay, I'm now successfully into the box. If you're opening it, I think the mistake I made is in opening it from this top end, the narrow end here, it's a bit harder to get everything out. I think if I'd opened it from that end, everything would have slid out nicely. As it was, I ended up ripping off this flap. I don't know how many of you want to keep these boxes, but if you do, don't make the mistake I did. Open from this end here, the bottom end. So let's pull this out, see what we have here. So in the plastic here we have the oversized Lithomancer card. Now let's pop that out carefully. So standard foil, standard oversized card. So here's what the abilities that she has are. Put a 1/1 white core soldier creature onto the battlefield. You may attach an equipment you control to it. You may put an equipment card from your hand or graveyard onto the battlefield. Or -10, put a colorless equipment artifact token named Stoneforge Blade onto the battlefield. It has indestructible. Equipped creature gets +5/+5 and has double strike and equipped 0. Nahiri the Lithomancer can be your commander, so that's pretty cool. Expect this list is going to be a rather large equipment cycle list. So here we have the deck box. This is where all the goodies are. We'll just open that up. See what we have here. Okay, bundle of cards, all nicely plasticed up together. Now this contains 10 token cards. We'll open that in a second. In the bottom here we have the strategy insert for Commander. So this here talks about how you play the deck, what the Commander format is. Sorry, this strategy insert here with the deck list on it is twice the size of the normal strategy inserts that you get with most of the other Magic the Gathering products. This is about slightly bigger than A3 size. Rather a lot on it. There is the complete deck list. What else do we have here? Discussion about general strategy and background and what Commander is for. And then over this side we have instructions for how you play Commander, what the general setup is and all that. And back to here we have the rules reference card for Magic the Gathering. No, this is basically the standard rules reference card that you're seeing in all your the latest Magic the Gathering products. Tapping kind of thing. Very cool. Spooky Garuk. Raw. Okay, we'll just put that over there. And let's have a look inside our... Oops. Let's have a quick look inside this plastic here. Now, there's an easy tear rib around the middle, so I can do this one-handed. I'll just try and keep it in shot while I do it. And we'll go through the cards as I do this. Oopsie. Try and keep that in camera. So I'll bring these up to the camera. Probably won't go through all of them. This is Stoneforge Blade, one of our tokens. This matches the emblem on the Lithomancer. Core Soldiers. We have 2 of Core Soldiers, 1/1. We have 2 of the 4/4 Angel, flying. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these soldier tokens, soldier 1/1. And we have another core soldier, 1/1. Now we have a number of planes. We'll just look through these, all various different artworks on them. I'll just quickly flick past these planes. I love the artwork that Wizards puts on these lands. They're worth collecting these just for the artwork sometimes. Okay, we're coming to the end of the lands. So here is our ordinary sized Lilith. Sorry, Nahiri the Lithomancer. You only get to play with one of these at a time in a deck, obviously. But here you go. Special card. Jazel Goldmane. First strike. Oh, nice aggro card. Regent, legendary creature. So token generator for, yep. These kinds of cards here, if you can actually get them underway and they live on the board long enough, they can just totally take over, just swarm with all the cat tokens. Containment Priest. If a non-token creature would enter the battlefield and it wasn't cast, exile it instead. Grand Abolisher. We've seen this one before. This helps protect your guys. Mentor of the Meek. Another great card. I've played Mentor of the Meek in a lot of other white weenie decks. So good. So much card advantage. Hallowed Spirit Keeper, Vigilance. When he dies, put X one white spirit creature tokens with flying, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Can be good. Silverblade Paladin. I played this, I think, in the Goblins, Dragons versus Knights deck, I think. Yep. Soul Bond. Double strike. 2/2 double strike. Double strike, once you get pump or equipment on it, is just insane. Angelic Field Marshal. Geist Honored Monk. Equal to the number of creatures you control but it brings 2 spirit creatures, and of course it counts as one of the creatures. So basically it's a 3/3 vigilance that powers up the more creatures you put on the board. Combine this with the token generators, and this makes Geist Honored Monk huge. I've played with it in other decks that have token generation, and it gets insane. Requiem Angel. Useful enough. Flying Vigilance. And return to the battlefield. Sun Titan. Great in your weenie decks. Sunblast Angel. Destroy all tapped creatures. Do we have here Twilight Shepherd, Flying Vigilance for 6. Put there from the battlefield this turn. Yeah, that can actually set out. And it has Persist as well. Interesting. That will get insane. Angel of the Dire Hour, Flash. If you cast it from your hand, exile all attacking creatures. Wow. Sarah Avatar. Power and toughness equal to your life total. I have played this in a life gain deck, and it was, yes, it was insane in a life gain deck. But otherwise, I haven't always been all that impressed with it. Other times I've tried to play it. Armistice. You draw a card and target opponent gains 3 life. We have mobilization. Soldier creatures have vigilance. Put a white soldier token, so we get a... it's not a tap ability, so that basically makes it a mana sink. 3 mana for a 1/1 soldier doesn't seem all that great, but it's 1/1 with vigilance, and this is a sink ability. Just whatever mana you have, keep making soldiers, and if it can power up one of your other cool cards, then that's really awesome. Unless I sacrifice a Pegasus Sacred Mesa. Okay, so put a Pegasus with flying in and keep him alive or lose him. Marshall's Anthem. Anthem effects have usually not been so great. But this has a return to battlefield with multi-kicker. So, yeah, depending on what you've got sitting in your graveyard, that could be really cool. But again, conditional. You got to have things in your graveyard. Carthar's Crusade. Whenever creature 1/1 counter on each creature I control. I have played this again in weenie decks, Selesnya tokens, that kind of thing, and it's okay. Sometimes for your 5-drop you want to be doing something else. True Conviction, Double Strike and Lifelink. Those are awesome abilities, but you have to remember at 6 mana this actually isn't really doing anything to the board. Could look a little bit like it could resolve a board stalemate or otherwise I think it just turns into a bit of a win-more. Oblation. Target non-land permanent shuffles it into his or her library, then draws 2 cards. And we have Benevolent Offering. Okay, I'm going to go through these a little quicker and I'll just point out the ones that actually look pretty good. Comeuppance looks like basically a fog effect, and mirrors the damage back. White Sun Zenith. Fell the Mighty. Nomad's Assembly. Oops, I'll bring them up here where we can see them. Deploy to the front. So X. These, yeah, they could be stalemate breakers. I guess one of the things in a weenie deck is that you can get lots of tokens on the board that actually can't really do anything. So getting tons of them so you can just swarm is fine. 5 or more, destroy all other creatures. Martial Coup. So what else do we have here? We have a Decree of Justice, a Masterwork of Ingenuity, Pearl Medallion, makes your spells cheaper, Loxodon Warhammer. As far as equipment goes, I quite like this one. +3/+0, Trample and Lifelink. Strata Scythe, sorry. Basically, exile 1 land, a creature gets +1/+1. Sword of Vengeance, Bone Horde, Moon Silver Spear, Argentum Armor, +6/+6. Whenever it attacks, destroy target permanent. Yeah, that starts ending games rather quickly. Emeria the Sky Ruin enters tapped. If you have 7 or more planes, you can return target creature card from graveyard to the battlefield. And then we have more planes. Arcane Lighthouse, Drifting Meadow, Cycling 2, Ghost Quarter, Karoo, Secluded Step, Temple of the False God, White Mane Lion, Core Sanctifiers, Flicker Wisp, Sky Hunter Skirmisher, Celestial Crusader, Brave the Elements, Condemn, Afterlife, Midnight Haunting. I think that fits with our flying tokens theme. Wing Shards, Return to Dust, Gift of Estates, Spectral Procession, Skull Clamp, Soul Ring, Marble Diamond, Mask of Memory, Swiftfoot Boots, Commander's Sphere, Assault Suit, and Lawseeker's Stone. And that is everything in this unboxing here. Here we go. That's it all. Looks like a great fun introduction to the Commander format if you want to play Equip and Token Power Up. Thanks for watching.